The learning to Nishmas Etta Ahuva Yaakov Maseches Bava Kama Perik Tes Mishna Yomi. So this is a continuation of the last Mishnah of Gezel Hager, where the halacha was if you made a shvua sheker and the ger died, you have to give it to the kohenim. So we learned in the last Mishnah if the gazlan dies, then the children could keep it. But let's say it was already given to the kohen. Nosan hakesav la'anshei mishmar umeis, and now he dies. So since over here it was already given to the kohenim, ein hayarshim yichayim lohitzim miyadam, the yarshim can't take it anymore. Shenemer ish hashiyiten lekohen lo yeh, and over here it was already given to the kohen. Nosan hakesav leYehoyarav, let's say it was given to the first Mishnah. The money was returned to the first Mishmar. But Asham liyadaya, and the Asham, the carbon Asham that you mechayiv to give, was only given to the second Mishmar. So, in other words, in a regular case, they should both be given to the same Mishmar. But over here, the money was given to the first Mishmar, and the Asham, the carbon Asham that you bring, was only to the second Mishmar. Yatsa b'diyavid yaitse. However, if it was the reverse order, you gave the Asham liyayarav, they gave the Asham to the first Mishmar, the Kesef liyadaya, and the Kesef was given to the second Mishmar. So now, im kayim Asham yakrivu b'nei yadai, if the Asham is still around, then you would turn the Asham over to the second Mishmar, and you would pay the second Mishmar, and the Asham would be brought by the second Mishmar. So it would be all brought by the same Mishmar. And if the Asham was already brought by the first Mishnah, so then Yaakov Yavi Asham Achi, you have to bring another Asham. So what's the chiluk between the Reisha and the Seifa? Why, when the money was first and the Asham was second, do we say Yaitse? And when the Asham is first and it was already Makrivet and the money was second, then we said you have to go ahead and bring another carbon Asham and give it to the second Mishmar. What's the chiluk? So the Mishnah explains, if you return the money and you didn't bring the carbon Asham, you're Yaitse. But hevi ashamay actually hevi gzela. But if you brought the carbon asham before you returned the gazel, lo yatsa, and that's learned in the Gemara at a psukim. The Mishnah ends off with one last halacha: nosan es hakeren v'lo nosan leis hachomesh. If you returned the keren to the kohenim and you did not pay back the chomesh, ein hachomesh mahakiv. The chomesh is not ma'akiv from the kohenim bringing the carbon asham. Perik Yud Mishnah Aleph hagoyzel umachel azbanav. If someone steals and he takes the money and he gives it to his children, and it's not be'en anymore, v'hiniach lefneim, or he left it over to his children, and then he died, and now it was used by the children. So in both cases, the money was used and is no longer be'en. Petur melashalim, the children do not have to pay, because metaltalin lo mishtabdi lebal chayiv. However, if it's karka, so then chayavin l'shalim, then they are chayiv to pay. According to this reading of the Mishnah is talking about after the nigzal was miyayish. There's a different pshat in the Gemara that it's talking about before yish, and according to that, the seifa that says chayavim l'shalem is for a different reason, because now we're going that even before yish you're parted from paying it back. The reason why you would have to pay it back by achrayis nechasim is because it's talking about something is nicker, so it's covered aviyim. It's not covered for their father. Everyone's going to know that he's holding on to the gzela of their father. So therefore, if it's achrayis nechasim, meaning if something's nicker, then you have to give it back to the nigzal. The Mishnah ends off, you're not allowed to take change from a box of the tax collectors and not from the wallet of the gaboim who collect the taxes. And you also are not allowed to take tzedakah from them, because all these, we assume that it's gezel. From his private money in his own house, or if you find him in the shuk, and again, it's his own money, it's not the money that he collected in the taxes, then you could exchange your coins for that money, because that money is not gezel, it's his own private money. The Gemara asks that why is tax collectors considered gezel? We know that there is a klal. Shmuel says, Dina de Malchusa Dina. So the Gemara says that we're talking about over here tax collectors that were collecting something which was not based on any set amount. Mecha she'ein le'kitzvah, that taka is gezela. Or it was a meches that was not b'tzivay hamelech. It wasn't that the melech told them to collect it. It was a muchas ha'imim me'elav. They themselves decided to collect it, and therefore the meches that we're talking about over here, the tax that we're talking about over here, is the cheskas gezel, and that's why you can't exchange your coins for that money.